Hello everybody! In this video, I will help you with your June exam preparation. I will also discuss question 5 of the 2021 exam. From the CAPS document, it's very clear that 35 out of the 150 marks are all dedicated to functions and graphs. So this means 23% of your paper is on functions and graphs. And then the bad news is that this is predominantly a grade 11 topic where you will discuss the parabola, the hyperbola, and the exponential function. And then there's only the grade 12 inverse chapter that was added here. Now, good news is I have prepared all those grade 11 chapters as a playlist for you on my channel. So you can search for it under hyperbola or the playlist name, or at the end of this video I added them, so you can just go click on the playlist and then watch the topics. Let's continue. Now this is the question and it's on hyperbolas. Again, can you see the question counts 10 marks? Therefore, in the exam, this question should not take you more than 10 minutes to complete. Now, I have a suggestion. Why don't you pause the video and quickly answer the question and then the explanation follows.
So on number 5, given f of x is equal to minus 1 over x minus 3 plus 2. And then 5.1, write down the equations of the asymptotes of f. Now, first of all, can you see they don't tell you what type of function it is, but this is a hyperbola, and you know that because the x is under the line is the denominator. Then you know this is how you recognize this to be a hyperbola. So where do we find the equations of the asymptotes? First of all, we will look at the vertical asymptote. And the vertical asymptote you will find there. You take whatever you find under the line, you equate it to 0, and you get x is equal to 3. And you write it as an equation, therefore you have to write it as x is equal to 3. And then just to show you, if on this little graph here, if this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis, then your vertical will be round about there somewhere. So you remember, asymptote is always indicated with a dotted line. That is the line x is equal to 3, your vertical asymptote. And then your horizontal asymptote, you will find it there, this constant number, and that is the number y is equal to 2. And if you want to indicate it on your graph, the line y is equal to 2 will be somewhere there. The next question, 5.2, write down the domain of f. So where do you find a domain of a graph? A domain of a graph is what is happening here on the x values. And since this is a negative x function, then your graph, I'm going to sketch it for you, will be something like that and something like that, where please note your graph does not cross or intersect your asymptote at all. So the domain back at 5.2 will be all these x values will be satisfied except there at 3, and then again just after 3 all the x values will be satisfied with your graph. But you cannot write it like that. You have to write it in a maths language, and we write it like this in maths. We say x is an element real values, but comma, x cannot be equal to 3. There's another way of writing this. You can either write it as x is smaller than 3 or x is greater than 3. And please note, you cannot include the 3 because that is where you will find your vertical asymptote. So any of the two, either or, is worth 1 mark. And then just to go back to 5.1, x is equal to 3 for your asymptote, y is equal to 2 for your asymptote. Both are worth 1 mark each. (5.3) wants us to determine the coordinates of the x-intercept of f. There's a rule. The rule is always x-intercept make y 0. And then there's your function. So y is actually there represented with f of x. So we make the y 0, and then we're going to solve x. Remember, this x is under the line, so in fact what you do is you're going to multiply every term by x minus 3. And what happens there, anything times 0 is 0, and x minus 3 will cancel, and you are left with this 2 that you have to use the distributive property of multiplication, where you're going to multiply that in. That's what happened there. When you multiply everything in, you get x is 7 over 2, or you can write it as x is 3, 5. But the question said determine the coordinates of the x-intercept. So it's very important that you write it in a coordinate form where your x is 3, 5 and your y is 0. And that's two marks for you for finding the x and stating that the y is equal to 0. 5.4 wants us to determine the coordinates of the y-intercept of f. That's nice. Y-intercept, the rule, make x 0. There's your function. So in x's place, you're going to substitute the 0. Can you see this is the correct way of writing that 0 over there? And you find your y is 2 1/3. Or you can write it as 2,33, and then again the question said they wanted the coordinate, so you have to write your answer in coordinate form. Where's the marks for making x 0 and for finding y's value? 2 marks coming your way. Last question on question 5. Draw the graph of f. Clearly show all the asymptotes and intercepts with the axes. There's the graph. This is the y-axis. That's your x-axis. There is your vertical asymptote, the line x is equal to 3. Remember, it has to be a dotted line. There is your line y is equal to 2, your asymptote, your horizontal asymptote, as a dotted line. And then we calculated the y-intercept was 2,33, your x-intercept 3, 5. And then where's the marks? The marks are for indicating the asymptotes. Both of them is worth 1 mark. Your intercepts, they are worth a mark. And then the shape of your graph is also worth 1 mark. And then please note, you cannot cross your asymptotes at all, and they will subtract a mark for you. So just make sure that you've got that. And then that is that for question 5. Here are some important points for learners to remember when drawing a graph. Intercepts on the axes must be labeled. Can you see that was the 2,33 and the 3,5. The asymptotes must be clearly indicated with a dashed line, and the value where it intercepts the axis must be given. Can you see this was your line y is equal to 2. There, the 2 was indicated, and then this was the line, the asymptote x is equal to 3. Can you see? It's indicated there. And then the mark for the shape is only allocated when the graph tends towards the asymptote and doesn't pass through it. Remember, I spoke about that. So this is it for question 5. Miss Pythagoras signing off until question 6.
The next video Question 6 is also on functions. Click on the video in the left-hand corner to take you straight to the next video. And you will also see, as promised, I added all the playlists on functions. Remember, there's parabolas, hyperbolas, and the exponential function. They are the grade 11 topics, and then there's the grade 12 topic on inverse. You will also find a playlist there.